right, this is Heather Vale with Vegas UnVALEd, and we are here at ComedySportz Las Vegas at the Space. Yeah. And I'm here with Robert and Justin, who are dressed, obviously, as referees. Indeed. Hey, guys, tell me about ComedySportz.
So ComedySportz is competitive improvisational comedy. It's we are the team in Las Vegas out of 30 other teams across the country. We're the newest, and we're bringing this special breed of what we do to Las Vegas.
Exactly. It's a comedy improv show for all ages, so it's good for the whole family to come out and have a laugh for a night.
Okay, so ComedySportz as an organization has been around for like 35 years. Yeah. So how long have we had one in Las Vegas?
We opened up in September of last year, and we're still relatively underground, so we're letting people know every day, a little bit more all the time, getting out with the kids' camps, getting out with organizations like we train with Amazon and Cisco, Jordan's brand, so we do both the business and the kids' side, as well as, of course, our shows.
Okay, so in Las Vegas, there is a lot of live comedy. Typically, though, we get a lot of stand-up. So there's a lot of stand-up comedy clubs. What makes improv different for the user who hasn't experienced it before?
Awesome. So what makes improv different is that there's a lot of crowd interaction. So what fuels all of our funny and all of our scenes are suggestions based off the audience. So you'll see a show, I'll come out and ask you for something off the top of your head, and that will inspire our players to create something off the top of their heads. So all of our characters, songs, games are completely made up on the spot.
Okay, so there's improv and there's improv sports, theater sports, comedy sports, whatever you want to call it. You guys obviously call it comedy sports. But what's the difference between the comedy sports format as opposed to just regular improv?
So ComedySportz is definitely set for two teams. It's in that sports format. You should feel like you're coming into an arena. In fact, this isn't the theater, this is the arena. It's not the stage, it's the field. The referee, not a host. All these things that would make you feel like you're going to a night's game. We have the bar, you get a drink, you can go get your concessions, all that sort of feel. We'll have the Jumbotron with the stuff on the screen. We'll have the voice doing all the announcements with the music. It should feel raucous and fun, and for the whole family, like you're watching a sporting event, and it is improv. It's very interactive and very fun.
You said like a night's game, but you know, they put on a really good show.
Oh, well, you know, now wait a minute.
Just saying.
You know, co-owner here is Mark Schunock, the voice of the Golden Knights, so he's right down with us. So, hey, he wouldn't brand with something that he didn't think fit that level of good.
That's true, yeah.
Crispy fish fillet McKay. Captain 1337 Last of Us, the referee, his name is Justin.
Thank you. One person. Loyal fan. I just guessed about level 10 every time I say the following words, and those words are captains on the playing field.
Tell me about you guys specifically. What's your experience, Justin, with comedy and with improv?
So I started improv when I was 14. I was part of ComedySportz Buffalo. That's where I'm from originally. And I auditioned when I was 14 and have been doing it ever since. So it's been about almost 8-9 years. So I've been doing it for a very, very long time, ComedySportz specifically.
Okay, and what about you?
Well, 8-9 is relative long time. I've been doing it for 20 years.
Of my life, it's a long time.
But with ComedySportz, much less. It's newer to me. When I met Justin about 2 years ago, that was when I was able to bring ComedySportz here. I'd been trying to get it here since 2009. I knew about it from the 90s back in LA, and I loved the shows out there, was never a part of it, did different improv groups out there, and was working with Second City. When they pulled out of here, I said, oh, ComedySportz would be a perfect fit. It took forever to get the license, and it turned out when I was looking for it, Justin and his mom were coming out from Buffalo at the same time. So we yes-anded that, made that relationship one that we all worked together on, and made the partnership work for Vegas.
Okay, I got that, the yes and thing, but can you explain it for them?
So yes and. Basically, when you're going ahead and someone's offering you something, you don't just say yes, you don't say yes, but you say yes and. You agree with the thing, and you add something to it. It's one of the fundamental principles of improv that makes us create things out of nothing. The fact that I agree with what you're saying, and I validate it by adding something more to it, and all of a sudden we're off and running, building something beautiful.
Okay, do you guys have classes in case someone watching wants to actually get involved like you are?
Yes, so we have our core curriculum classes. Our levels 1 through 3 are starting back up in September, and for the summer we have a drop-in class, and that'll start July 10th between 5 and 7. And all of our pro players are coming to teach out a class on a specific skill, and that's a lot of fun. And we also have auditions coming up for those interested, and those will be in August.
If I can add too about the classes, we just finished a week of summer camp for kids, 8 to 12-year-olds, and they did great partnering with the Boy Scouts. And also next week, we're going to have the high school jesters doing a week-long camp. And the kids already said they want to do more of it. So hopefully, you know, we're involved with the high school players already, but trying to get involved on the middle school level and maybe even down to about 4th, 5th grade, so they can all run classes because it just works for everyone.
Yeah, regardless of age or experience, we're trying to have a class for you.
So you said you started at 14. What's the optimal age, do you think, to start?
Not 14.
Is that too old, too young? What?
Too old. You got to get probably, especially here, we do 18 and over for our pro roster, just because there are other like high school league options or middle school league options in other cities. So if you're looking to get involved, we're looking for anyone 18 and over.
That's for the pro roster. To get involved, yeah, for the teams as early as you can, certainly, because, you know, the kids I taught, some of them were as young as 8. And, no, they're not doing the same level of improv, but the improv they're doing is great. In fact, we're going to have a showcase here tonight with some of those kids who are as young as 8 years old. So, yeah, the earlier the better. You get the mindset just about how you treat each other, about making the other person look good, about teamwork, all those sorts of things that are just fundamental to improv.
Here we go.
Celery, eggplant, peas,
Broccoli. I caught you. I'm sorry. Francesca with another hand up. And she is. Hey. All right, give me that category.
cereal,
I heard cereals, brands of cereals. Here we go.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch, cereal, cheese.
All that we're doing as adults is playing like kids. So, so yeah, more of the same.
So what other life skills can we learn by taking improv?
Personally, I think just going out and taking any challenge life has to throw at you and handing it, right? Yes, I can handle that challenge and I can do more. That's the attitude that I've had my whole life, and it's got me here.
Wow!
One thing that we do that I think is really cool on a corporate level is we teach empathy. So people wouldn't think about that, but a lot of tech companies have issues with that with their IT groups. Maybe they don't know how to deal on an HR front. So that improv is particularly well suited for that, for team building, for speeches, for anything that people want to do to help people just feel like they're more part of something where they're cared about, which I think today's employees really want that. They want to feel like their work is also a home, is a family, not just somewhere where I go punch in and punch out.
Yeah, and it just makes you an effective communicator. So if you're someone who's shy or nervous, improv is the perfect thing to get out as a new hobby, and it just makes you so much more comfortable and confident in public speaking and just in general life. It's a great skill for anyone.
So speaking of corporate, do you have any corporate programs if they want to have you come out to their, events or whatever?
You bet. I mean, we've trained with Southwest, with Nike, with Google, and locally, like I mentioned, Amazon and Cisco and Jordan Brand. So yes, we do that. We call it applied improv. It's just the business side of what we do. I also do a lot of work with the Parkinson's community. So on the medical front, we're really expanding that too to help people with issues of chronic diseases. It can help quality of life and help their care partners, even the practitioners themselves. So what improv can apply to is just, it's expanding. It's so many things.
I'll get a suggestion from you guys of an activity. One person will demonstrate that activity with a motion. The other player will copy that motion but assign it a different name. It'll make much more sense once you see it. So from over here, can I get your favorite sport?
Bowling.
Bowling's your favorite? Cool.
Basketball.
Bowling. We'll start with red. Bowling begins.
I'm bowling. Try that on for size.
I'm scratching a cat who's on the ground. Try that on for size.
I'm baking a cake. Gonna open this drawer. Try that on for size.
I'm scooping up a snowball to throw at you. Try that on for size.
Who's a good puppy? Try that on for size.
Derek, ew! Try that on for size.
What's Derek doing? What's specific enough? Awesome, you guys see it. If they repeat something, if they make no sense, if they mention Derek again, they're left on and the other team will get a point. And my friends in the back.
Okay, so if someone's watching and they want to get involved or find out more, either they want to come see a show, they want to take classes, they want to contact you for the corporate stuff, whatever, where do they go? What do they do?
Everything is on our website, cszlasvegas.com. You can buy tickets, you can sign up for classes. All of that is right there. They can like us on Facebook, on Instagram, and on Twitter.
CSZLasVegas.com.
Yep, cszlasvegas.com.
CSZ is short for ComedySportz, but you end okay. Got it.
You got it.
There
You
you
got
go.
it. See? You're a great listener.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, guys, for being here and explaining ComedySportz. Hopefully we get some people coming out to see the shows and getting involved in auditioning and getting involved in taking some classes. So thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having us, and
Yeah.
thank you for being here.
Yes, thank you so much.
Oh, I'm looking forward to the show. And guys, if you're watching and you want to find out more about what we do, you want to suggest some shows, go to VegasUnVALEd.com. That's VALE, like my last name, Heather Vale. Find us on Facebook or Instagram as well, and also on YouTube. Catch you next time. Vegas Unveiled.
I'm reading.
Yay!
And instead of my book, it's cereal.
Now you guys want to get specific. That is close, but not correct in that last part.
And where I'm reading is Beatles concert.
You are very, very close on both of the last two things. You have 2 seconds to clean it up. Begin.